Hi everyone. Now firstly I just want to say I know that I look so red right now. I went to the beach like 2 days ago and I just got really excited that it was like finally sunny in Toronto, so I just burnt myself really badly. So we're just going to pretend that I don't look like a lobster right now and I'm going to talk to you about my sobriety. Now, I posted a video a few weeks ago kind of talking a little bit about my sobriety and I got quite a few messages about it, so I just wanted to do another video speaking a bit more in detail about why I decided to go sober and also the effects that it's had on my life. But I also just want to say before I start that I have no judgment towards anybody who drinks alcohol. I think everybody should be entitled to whatever vice they want to have, and I very much still have mine, but alcohol just isn't one of them anymore because I stopped enjoying drinking alcohol and I started only needing it. And I don't mean needing it in the sense of like having, extreme physical withdrawal symptoms. I just mean it in terms of I needed it to fill an emotional void of a feeling of inadequacy and not enoughness. And it definitely did help with those things in the short term, but definitely not in the long term. Now I'll tell you a little bit about my story with sobriety. So I guess my journey with alcohol started probably very similar to most people, just full of like a lot of naivety, a lot of embarrassing stories to tell, and a lot of fun. Like some of my funnest memories have been on alcohol. But my issues with alcohol kind of started in direct correlation with my mental health issues. And I would start to use alcohol to numb any pain that I was feeling. And I only really realized that once I stopped drinking, because I realized that I had all these wounds which I hadn't been addressing for so many years because I'd just been numbing them with alcohol. And if I'm honest, that was probably one of the hardest things about going sober, is not having that substance to numb my pain anymore and actually having to address the issues. But it was also probably the best gift that I got from my sobriety. And my healing really started when I realized that most of my issues basically came down to a lack of self-love. And sobriety actually really helped with the healing of that, because being sober is actually, well, for me, it was one of the best gifts of self-love. It was so nice to realize that I was still lovable, whether I was, dancing on the tables, like really drunk, like having all this attention, or if I was just in the corner, like just, soberly talking to somebody, or I was still lovable if I said no to a gin and tonic that my friend was offering me, or, I was still lovable if I didn't get invited to certain social events anymore because I was no longer like the drunk ally. And it was also nice to realize that I was still lovable even with all the emotions that I was feeling. And then I was able to heal those emotions. It was like this whole new rebirth, which I know might sound really extreme, but it is like you're experiencing everything for the first time again. And that is really empowering. Like, it's so empowering to sit with your emotions. And it's so empowering to go on a first date sober for the first time. It's so empowering to realize that you're confident enough to go on the dance floor completely sober. And it's also so empowering to say no when you mean no. And it was also so empowering to remember my whole night. Now, I'm definitely not saying that this is the easy option, but it was definitely, for me personally, definitely worth all the effort. Now, I need to give full credit to my sobriety to a book which is called The Easy Way to Stop Drinking by Alan Carr. And I know that might sound absolutely nuts that it was a book that managed to rewire my brain to cut out an addiction that was like quite a big part of my life. But I was even reading it and thinking, a book isn't going to work, like this isn't going to work. I'd been trying for a year to give up alcohol with the willpower method and I just couldn't do it. But then I honestly don't even know what this book puts in it, but whatever it does, it like just rewires your brain that you just don't want it anymore. So if anybody out there is thinking about stopping drinking alcohol, I highly recommend this book, and I'm going to link it below my video. But also, if you're not thinking about stopping drinking alcohol, that is also totally fine as well. And I just want this video to kind of raise awareness to the fact that we should all be enjoying our vices rather than needing them. Now, I hope that if you do want to stop drinking alcohol, that this video has provided some inspiration to those people, and trust me, if I can do it, then you can definitely do it. I've also linked my blog below where I wrote a bit more in detail about my process with sobriety, which hopefully could help some people as well. But also, if you're really struggling with it, just I've linked my Instagram below as well, so send me a direct message and we can have like a little chat about it. And yeah, I hope that you've enjoyed this video, and if you have, please like and subscribe to my channel, and I'll see you all soon.